Now, is it me or is the Biden Rescue Coalition running out of ideas?
You thought that you, as an outspoken critic, could be a target yourself. Some people think that sounds overdramatic, but I'm right there with you. I think that he is so vindictive that he will go after, however he has to, through the IRS maybe, or even, through sponsors to get us off the air.
I think it's bad to have somebody saying, give me as much power as you can in this country so I can use it to go after other Americans. I don't think anybody's safe.
Oh my goodness, no one's safe. Well, that's very dramatic. It's deranged, and as usual, they're projecting again. Because silencing and punishing critics is exactly what the left is trying to do. Well, it turns out George Soros is asking the FCC to fast-track his nationwide radio network takeover. According to the New York Post, foreign company ownership of U.S. radio stations is not allowed to exceed 25%, but a filing acquired by the Post details Soros is asking the commission to make an exception. Joining us now is FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr. Brendan, I spent 17 years in a great run in radio and loved every minute of it. But if George Soros gets his way, will they have the ability to basically silence conservative voices?
Look, this Soros-backed group is looking to buy the second largest radio station group in the country. We're talking over 200 radio stations across more than 40 markets. Some of them are in Pennsylvania, in Virginia, and Florida. The vast majority are probably, music or sports, but there are at least a handful in those states that carry conservative talk radio, including Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, Dana Lash. And so I think there is a concern. Look, Congressman Chip Roy was first to this to sound the alarm that the FCC has been asked not just to approve this, but to approve it on a special Soros shortcut where we're not even going to run the normal agency process of looking at this foreign ownership rule. And I agree with Congressman Chip Roy. The FCC should not be creating this special Soros shortcut. And look, some of these same voices that you just had on, they were silent when Democrats in Congress wrote to cable companies asking them to drop Fox News. They were silent when Democrat members of Congress asked the FCC to reject a conservative purchase of a Spanish-language radio station in South Florida. So it's a bit ironic to hear them expressing these concerns now.
Well, according to the Washington Examiner, Americans still waiting on Biden broadband plan. Rural high-speed internet stuck in Dems red tape. Not a single home has been connected after 3 years. They touted broadband. I don't know how many times I heard Biden talk about broadband. I know we're switching topics here, but what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, there was national headlines when it came out that the Biden administration got $7 billion to build nationwide set of EV charging stations, and they'd only completed 8. And what's news on top of that is that same Biden infrastructure package included $42.45 billion to bring internet service to millions of Americans. And as of today, they've connected 0 people from that 2021 initiative. And worse than that, the Biden administration officials are saying it will not be until next year, 2025 at the earliest, that even a single shovel's worth of dirt is going to be turned.
Unbelievable. Now, Brendan, unbelievable. And that FCC story about Soros, that just shows you these independent agencies, there's got to be a big change in the way these things run, totally unaccountable. Brendan, thank you. Great to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.